Welcome to Maximum Libertarian right here on Rumble, YouTube, and X. First, if you will, whichever platform you're watching us on, if you don't mind, click the subscribe button or click that follow button. It helps us out. Make a comment on the video. Helps the algorithm. Simple things like that can help us greatly. So let's get on with it today. I was reading an article here on the Independent Political Report, and it's a very good article. It talks about the Ponzi scheme that we like to call Social Security, something that's on the road to destroying our country, but neither party, Democrats or Republicans, are willing to do anything about it. What they would rather do, put their head in the sand, tell you you're entitled to it, which they are taking your money, I understand. But they're saying you're entitled to this Ponzi scheme because guess what? More money is going out than coming in. So that means two things. Either we're going to have to raise taxes so you can keep these wonderful benefits that this program says it provides to you, or we're going to have to raise the retirement age. Now, personally, I don't want to see the retirement age get raised since most people who retire die very shortly after quit working. Not that I'm making a declaration that you should stay and work as long as possible, but there's a lot of other things that I know I could fill my time with and help the community if I did not have to work. So now I've got you all built up. Let's get on to the story. So from the Independent Political Report, the issue that could make a third party matter. Social Security is dying and nobody in Washington will save it. Neither the Republicans or Democrats want to tackle this subject. They would prefer to kick the can down the road instead of being the leaders that they were elected to be. They would prefer to lie to their constituents, saying they can save this horrible Ponzi scheme. There's an issue sitting there waiting for a group to come along and lead on it, telling the constituents the truth, and actually offer solutions. A comprehensive reform framework called the American Super Plan is a complete transition from government promises to individual ownership. While no government mandated program can truly be built on libertarian principles, this would replace the massive entitlement program with a retirement program driven by your own hard work and using your dollars that you own. The core structure would split workers into two groups. Workers 50 years and older would stay on the Social Security with enhanced funding to ensure the benefits remain protected. People under 50 would be mandated to personal retirement accounts, portable and investable, inheritable, and belong entirely to that individual. Now that could be an issue right there because I currently work with several people who are at the age of 45 and older. So, and I know one gentleman who is 48, I believe, or 49. So I think it would be kind of hard to tell that person, hey, you've got one more year and you're going to have to go over to this savings account. I remember there was a guy that I'm in the American Legion with. He worked at the steel mill, and for all them years, he was on a pension. And then 2 years before he got to retirement, they came up and said, pension is no more. Everyone's going to a 401k. Well, anyone knows, and he has less than 3 years before retirement. So in turn, his 401k would be pretty much pennies. So I think it might be something that they would have to look at, but that's a whole nother subject because either we're going to have to do that or it might drop off a cliff. The American Super Plan includes an innovative mechanism called the Patriot Life Insurance. This should intrigue anyone skeptical of government debt, wealthy Americans will voluntarily purchase tax-exempt investment accounts, paying $100 to receive $90 of that investment at the time of their death. That would take away all real estate tax and all capital gains tax to their heirs. That's the kind of market-based solutions that could unite fiscal conservatives, libertarians, and possibly progressives who like to frame it as billionaires paying 10% to fix retirement reform. Now let's consider who benefits from something like this. Social Security reform. Workers under 50, they get ownership of their retirement, not just an IOU. Workers over 50 get their benefits protected. The wealthy gets a tax advantage. Taxpayers save trillions. Future generations aren't saddled with this debt. The only real losers are the politicians who like to have this crisis and the bureaucrats who need the dependency from the retirees. The 2024 election and the 2025 election showed that voters are hungry for candidates who are willing to address the problems rather than manage to decline. The problem is neither party ever tries to really take over and control the situation and fix it. They would rather manage to decline. That's where third parties, like the Libertarian Party, can come in and save the day. The Libertarian Party always has a problem with being called a wasted vote. But by taking this issue, we can break the cycle because we're going to take the major issue and offer a real solution. So there you go. There's an actual solution to helping try to fix Social Security. Now, I'm not saying everything in it is correct. There's probably going to be a lot of things that might need to be adjusted or thrown out or added to it. Who knows? But we've got to start making actual solutions and not lying to the voters. And number two, the voters have got to stop believing that everything's hunky-dory. Because in a few short years, Social Security, it's going to drive off that cliff. And there's no turning back. If we don't fix it now, we're headed for that cliff. I say let's pump the brakes. Let's turn the wheel. And let's not drive over that cliff. I hope you agree with me. And if not, that's okay. So please, go to MaximumLibertarian.com. Like and follow us. Subscribe to all of our channels and social media. And make comments as always. So until next time, my friends, I'm Brian, and I will see you later.